Hi, it's Ricky here. I recently created a video about carbon canister had nothing to do with emission, and I posted a video in the MX5 page, the group, yeah, and lead some discussion. So I think I should do some practice to tell you what I mean. It had nothing to do with emission. That's the main point for my videos. This is stained carbon canister we took out from EMISSION, and you guys probably be familiar with. So this top end is connected to the top of your fuel tank for release the vacuum of your fuel, and this one is connected to the solenoid and then goes through in the manifold, and this one is connected to maybe your engine bay, maybe your frame, your body frame, or maybe just release somewhere else. And to show how it's really working inside, actually I have 3 different sizes of pipe, so I connect all 3 lines. Yes, that's right, my cell phone just dropped for recording the video, but whatever. So 3 different sizes of hoses for perfect size to connect all 3 hoses together. So to simulate it, what happened, this one is go to your intake manifold, after solenoid. So this one for your vacuum from your fuel tank, and this is actually the release hose. I put this one into a bottle of water, and I broke this one because we assume your solenoid is not working because your car is not running. So when this carbon canister is full, what's gonna happen? I just blow air in here. You can see these 2 holes is connected to each other, right? So if your engine is start, your solenoid is working, so still the fuel vacuum, water come out again, and we blow this one. This has, and so how about put this one into water? Come out. I borrow from the bottom of the line. So you can see all 3 holes, 3 poles, they actually can connect each other. So it's just like a standard can has 3 poles and has some carbon or carcoat inside there to store the fuel vacuum. So why it's not working with the emission? I will show you. For better understanding the practice I just did before, I draw a diagram to show you what I mean. So in this part we have a fuel tank. Of course, that's a pore of the fuel tank to release the pressure to the carbon canister. Yeah, that's how they look like. They have 3 poles, and this is your intake manifold. Let's go to the engine exhaust. It's just assuming that. So for the process 1, yeah, I mark 1, the light blue one. So the vacuum go from this line from top of the fuel tank, go to the carbon canister, and we're assuming the car is running, the engine is running, so this vacuum will go to the solenoid, and the solenoid is open. I marked it. At the meantime, because the engine is running during the intake process, you can see suck it, and they suck the air from the bottom pole, mixed, yeah, I say mixture, mixed with the fuel valve and become air-fuel mixture. Go through the open solenoid, get into your intake manifold, and get into the engine, obviously, and become the exhaust. And if your engine is not running and it's closed, and still the pressure will build in your fuel tank because the heat or the shake, whatever it happened. So the valve go all the way still through the top line and go into your cabin or carcoat canister, and because the solenoid is blocked, so they have no way go to this line, so they turn it back until this is full. The carbon cannot, get more fuel valve or something else. They will find another way to go up, and this is the bottom line. They will release to somewhere the bottom line connect. Sometimes it's just in the engine bay, sometimes it's in the chassis frame or somewhere else. Also, of course, and process 2, this one has nothing to do with the emission. It's all about environment friendly, because the fuel valve is not so environment friendly stuff. And even when it's on the process 1, engine is running, so you have some air fuel mixture, go to your intake manifold, join the engine running process, and it's nothing to do with emission. You just give a little bit more air fuel mixture to join your engine burn. And it's not like you give too much fuel or you give too much air and make your airflow ratio, air fuel ratio a little bit wrong, and after your O2 sensor will adjust the fuel, how this go. It's not like that. It's not that complicated. It has nothing to do with all of that thing. It's just so simple. I give you a little air fuel mixture, just a little bit, because I can't release to the air, or I can't release the environment. That's it. And this one has nothing to do with emission. I don't know if you guys got my point on that. Hopefully you get my point. This thing, more first is for safety purpose. If this one is blocked, or this port is blocked, you have nowhere to release the pressure in your fuel tank, and this is extremely dangerous. Your car maybe will burn by itself, because the high pressure will damage the fuel tank. And another thing, this one is for your environment friendly by the whole system, and it's simple. Valve goes in, go to the intake manifold. If intake manifold don't take it, just go to somewhere else, and it's especially for the air. And after the canister is full, they will release to the air. Otherwise, it's still in there. So the main reason for this whole thing, safety first, environment friendly second. Thank you for watching. Yes, thank you for watching, but I think I missed something. People maybe will say that again. Even sometimes on this line, they have one-way route. You can't go back. And here maybe have some check valve to check if it's operating right on the run, but still the main function is still like that. Nothing to do with the emission. That's my conclusion. That is my conclusion. Thank you again.